About 7 years ago, I 28F now was having a hard time finding an apartment in my budget during my internship in a new city. After talking to many realtors, one finally helped me find a shared 2-bedroom apartment with a lady, 30F, who happened to be from my hometown but we had never met before. This apartment was the top floor of a very narrow building in the busy local market and well within my budget. The arrangement I had with the lady was that we'd share the kitchen and living spaces, but we had our own bedrooms and bathrooms. She also let me have her old bed that wasn't exactly in great condition, but worked for me. My bathroom was also accessible from the common lobby between our bedrooms. When I was moving in, my mother was there and helped me out, and also happened to have a conversation with the lady about her job in our hometown. She mentioned that she travels an hour away for work all week and goes to visit her family on weekends. She seemed sweet, but there was an awkward interaction I had witnessed between her and the realtor that made me wonder if they were seeing each other. After my mom left, I realized that she had been the only one who saw the entire apartment and had been in the lady's room. The lady never offered me to hang out with her and I didn't want to be a bother if she didn't want to be friends. She frequently used to come to my room. She told me to lock the door of the bathroom that was accessible from the lobby for privacy. I locked it on the day I moved in and never opened it since. Our arrangement for the kitchen was to cook on our own if needed instead of hiring help, as we used to be out for work for the most part. A week passed. She used to leave for work before I did and came home after I did. I used to come home and make dinner. A couple of times I noticed that there were dirty utensils and flour on the kitchen counter that I assumed was her doing, as I didn't really go into the kitchen in the mornings. I just assumed she was messy. At the end of the week, she asked me if I had been leaving my utensils in the kitchen counter like that. I told her that was weird, because I thought it was her. She said it wasn't, but we ignored it, thinking we must have missed something because of our busy schedules. In the following week, the same thing kept happening. We didn't discuss it as we preferred to just stay in our rooms and didn't interact much. I assumed that she must have hired a cook. A couple weeks in, my friends came for a sleepover that I had discussed with the lady. She didn't mind that it was raining when my friends got there. We wanted to get some drinks, and my friends went out in the rain to find something, but couldn't go too far and got what they found at a nearby wine shop. They brought back a very creepy looking bottle of whiskey. It was shaped like the head of an old man gasping for air and was called something like Crazy Romeo. We had a laugh about this choice of theirs and decided to try it. After one shot each, all 4 of us combined decided it was too disgusting and felt spite, so we stopped drinking it before it did any harm. We put it in the empty closet that I wasn't using. That closet was adjoining the wall of the lady's bedroom. Later that night, all 4 of us slept on the same bed. All of us heard weird noises coming from inside the closet wall. We wondered what the lady must be doing at that hour. The noises were getting spookier and we opened the closet door to listen in. I told them I was getting bad vibes from that creepy whiskey bottle. They agreed and we flushed the whiskey down the toilet and threw the bottle in the trash. Later that night, the poor old bed broke down under the weight of 4 fidgety adults. The room was too small for us to sleep on the floors, so 2 of us went to the living room and me and my friends slept on the floor next to the bathroom door. We told the other 2 to wake us up if they needed to use the loo, cause there was no space to walk otherwise. Note that none of us are bleep at this point. I woke at the crack of dawn and went to the bathroom. Everyone else was still asleep. On the shelf behind me, I saw a bottle of liquid that looked like toilet cleaner. It was a plain white plastic bottle with a thick orange liquid inside it. I picked it up to check because I had never seen it before in my bathroom, assuming that one of my friends must have got it. I left it there and went back to sleep. When my friends were leaving, I asked them if they took that bottle in the bathroom they had left. They laughed at me. Why would they bring their own cleaning supplies to a sleepover? Well, I went back to the bathroom after seeing them off and the bottle was gone, but there was a mark left from the liquid. I checked the lobby door. It was still locked. I asked the lady if she had by chance left any cleaning liquid in my bathroom. She said she hadn't been in that bathroom since I moved in. I told myself I must be mistaken and clean that mark and the rest of the bathroom. In the evening when I came home to sleep, I could once again hear noises from the closet. I tried to listen in, and it sounded like whispers. I was scared now, since I had never seen the bedroom of the lady, and the sounds were coming from there, and I was already a little spooked out with my interactions with her. The next morning when she was getting dressed for work, she closed her bedroom door as usual and was packing her purse in the hallway. It was raining. I asked her if someone had slept over with her as well. She said no. I asked her how she was going to go to work in that weather. She said she will catch a cab from the market. When she left the house, I heard her walk down the stair and ran to the balcony. I had a realization. It was that I had never seen her actually leave the building or come back in before. I was at the balcony before she could reach the ground floor. I waited for about 40 minutes, but she never left the building. I went downstairs to see if she was stuck due to the rain, but she wasn't there. I immediately called my mother and asked her if she had noticed anything odd about the lady or her room. I thought I had been living with a ghost. My mom said I am being silly and these stories were bizarre. I let go. thinking I must have mismatched the timings. A few days later, on a weekend, the lady was going out with someone. Out of nowhere, she decided to introduce me to her boyfriend who was in the house. That was it. For months, he had been living in the house, cooking in the kitchen, cleaning behind our backs, talking to her in the middle of the night. Almost all the weird things were explained. She didn't tell me about the guy because she was a very private woman, but it was so odd that another person was living in our shared apartment that I didn't know of and was there even when I was all alone. I didn't make it awkward and instead we decided to go out. Together with another friend of mine, we all went out, walked out of the building, went to the mall, had dinner at a restaurant, and walked back inside the building. She was real, not a ghost. She is now married to the boyfriend and they have a little. Well, we didn't stay in touch, but yes, I still think about these incidents and remember them very vividly.